Release the Kraken.
Oh, it's been cantankerous today. Oh, there we go. We got it right down to the bottom that time. Just back up slightly. See, there's the. You can see the struts there. I hope. Without moving any of them around by accident. So you just want to test that the pairing's correct. That's the first pair that are going to fall off. That's the second pair that's going to fall off, and that's the third pair that's going to fall off. So I'd say they all look pretty good there. And you can also kind of see that they're straight. Sometimes they get put on just a little bit crooked, and oh man, it just throws everything off. But they seem pretty straight to me. You know, I sort of hope for the best, and use some sub-assemblies as well. That's one of the keys to setting up an asparagus, because it more or less forces them to be symmetrical. If I've shortchanged myself on fuel, hang on. Well, we'll certainly find out. I think I did this and decided I'll still within tolerance. Let me find out. But anyway, let's remove the fuel from. I was saying earlier about trying to keep weight up. Let's remove the fuel from the bottom sections first, and that ball there should go up slightly. Theoretically, maybe not. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, okay. I think that's good enough. So, if we're going to shortchange ourselves, I wonder. Ooh, we're getting 1700. I'd have to sit down and bloody add all that up. I think it's still well over 3000, isn't it? For 2400. Yeah, that's well over 3000 still. I must have decided that was okay. So there we got two sections there with thrust weight ratio over 1, but it's still not very much. Still not very much at all. Just, I think we still may have some issues with this, but anyway, it's kind of interesting. I was trying to fly it with my script too, and I had to set the script to kind of not turn until about 10 kilometers or something. It was strange. It was the velocity vector was tipping over faster than the rocket, and I couldn't figure out what was going wrong. And then I realised it was because the rocket was accelerating, almost not accelerating at all. So there was no real force to keep it stable. So the actual gravity vector was actually starting to dominate, and that was starting to tip the rocket over. Sort of. Anyway, yeah. Unless I can demonstrate again, it's a bit hard to explain. But I realised that was actually that's what seemed to be going on. All right, let's go to launch and just. It'll probably fall over because I don't have a clamp. Oh, it's sitting on a whole heap of nozzles. It might be okay. Let's just see. Okay, it's just sitting there. Oh, it's probably more stable than it was on the clamp. Yeah. And because it was wobbling at the start, it was almost kind of initiating a pure gravity turn in a random direction as well, because that's how you start a pure gravity turn. Is you perturb the rocket as soon as you can, because it's far easier to turn. You've got to sort of forget about, when I say turn, I mean turn the vector, not turn the rocket. And it's a lot easier to do that when the vector in that direction, the velocity vector and the acceleration is small. So you can, as soon as you launch, you can then, if you then perturb it, you'll actually end up with gravity will keep turning the rocket for you in that, say, in that direction, if you're going to pitch in that direction. It's a little hard to explain. I'd have to get a whiteboard and no, I'll probably not go there. Everyone will fall asleep. You'll just have to take my word for it. I did work it all out once. Okay, let's see. Let's just fire it up anyway. I'm having so much fun remembering all these little tricks. And then Kerbal Space Program 2 will come out and it'll probably be all completely different. To learn it all over again. Oh, they said they'll try to make it a lot of things as similar as possible. They've promised so far. I just hope they fix up the things that are wrong. Okay. I think this is a lot more stable. Oh! You said 2 seconds before the whole thing totally disintegrates. Okay, and there goes my launch pad too. Oops. Good thing we got revert, eh? Let's put the clamp on it. Get it off the ground. Not have it sitting the nozzle sitting on the nozzles are probably sitting on the grid, the grid, so they're basically in a collision as soon as they spawned. The collisions are a little dodgy in this game. Collision detection. Try that one. Nah. Well, maybe these guys are in collision somehow. They're so close to each other. Oh, damn it. Alright, let's just kind of do that. See if that helps. Oh, yeah, put the... Oh, where should it go? Right down here. Okay, they're all like they're going to go. Okay. Right. I don't know how those guys put those flying palaces together. I have no end of drama. There must be an act to it. Okay, is it shaking? It seems pretty stable. Let's just fire it up. Do a sort of a static test thing. Interesting. Alright, what I'm going to do is I'm going to shut the game down and then go back to a save file and see if that the same save file, just basically start the game up again. That's what I'm saying. Okay, it's wobbling a bit there, but not too badly. Can't see anything might be complaining about. Nothing's touching the pad or anything. Otherwise, you know what happens if you've got a problem like this and it won't go away. You got to start to dismantle your rocket bit by bit till you find it. That could take a while. Only thing is, well, I drained the fuel out of those guys. So try again. thought it was so close too. What can we pull off first? Probably the rocket engines. Yeah, it was kind of shimmying there for a second. Yeah, I don't like the way those textures are looking. See, they look a little bit off. Look up there and they don't seem too bad, but it's like maybe we've got two objects overlapping or something. Oh, it seems there's some flickering down there. What's that? Or is it just nothing? Just a texture? They all look straight. Okay. It is sitting on the rocket nozzles, I have to admit. Alright, I'll try once more, and if it's no go, it's no go. I'll have to go and pull the rocket apart again after I've got all the asparagus ready stuff correct. Yeah, I'll try to shut the engines down. Is there anything I can think of? Yeah, that looked a bit, I might have to shut the whole game down and boot it up again. But I'll shut the engine down and see if that makes, I'm just curious to see if that'll make a difference. No. Interesting. Let's just slowly bring the thrust up. Alright, I think I'm going to be editing 4 episodes into one episode. Just leaving the highlights. I don't want to subject anybody to this. Alright, catch you next episode. So I'm going to just try that now. Oh, by the way, I fixed up the problem with the craft exploding. If I actually left that in the video or not, I can't. It depends on how I end up editing it. These struts were somehow causing the problem. I just removed everything and put it all back on again, and the problem went away. So go figure. So it also more or less cured a lot of the wobbles too. It was this. I knew this joint here was going to be problematic. So it's cured a little bit of that anyway. So anyway, I'll